Israel must be punished. This statement reflects the determination of an individual who has sworn to be Israel's perpetual adversary. As the most influential political figure in Iran, this sentiment resonates deeply within the country's leadership. Israel and Iran have maintained hostile relations for the past 40 years, marked by ongoing threats from both sides. Despite the constant rhetoric of mutual destruction, direct warfare between the two nations has remained elusive until recently. The recent escalation occurred when Iran retaliated against Israel's attack on its embassy in Syria by launching missiles and drones into Israeli territory. This development raises the question, is direct warfare between Israel and Iran on the horizon? While some experts assess the likelihood as currently low, this video aims to explore the reasons behind the avoidance of such conflict. Stay tuned for further analysis. Military imbalance. Decades of international sanctions have largely cut the country off from the latest high-tech military equipment, according to the International Institute for Strategic Studies in London. The Air Force only has a few dozen working strike aircraft, including Russian jets and aging US models acquired before the Iranian Revolution of 1979. The Iranians also have pilotless planes designed to fly into targets and explode. Analysts believe this drone arsenal numbers in the low thousands. In addition, they say, Iran has more than 3,500 surface-to-surface missiles, some of which carry half-ton warheads. The number capable of reaching Israel may be lower, however. Israel has an advanced US-supplied air force with hundreds of multi-purpose jet fighters. These played a role in shooting down Iranian drones. A pioneer in drone technology, Israel has Heron pilotless planes capable of flying for more than 30 hours, enough for far-flung operations. A multi-layer aerial defense system developed with US help after the 1991 Gulf War provides Israel with several additional options for shooting down long-range Iranian drones and missiles. Israel possesses a highly advanced military, including sophisticated air defenses, intelligence capabilities, and a potent air force. Iran, while having a large military, lacks the same level of advanced technology and capability. Any direct military conflict between the two nations could result in heavy losses for Iran. Nuclear deterrence. Israel is widely believed to possess nuclear weapons. Estimates suggest Israel's stockpile ranges between 90 and 400 nuclear warheads. The country is thought to have the capability to deliver these warheads through various methods, including aircraft, submarine-launched cruise missiles, and the Jericho series of ballistic missiles. It's believed that Israel completed its first deliverable nuclear weapon in late 1966 or early 1967, making it the sixth country in the world to develop such weapons. Israel maintains a policy of deliberate ambiguity regarding its nuclear arsenal, neither officially confirming nor denying its existence. Instead, Israel has repeatedly stated over the years that it won't be the first country to introduce nuclear weapons to the Middle East. However, during the Israel-Hamas war in November 2023, a member of the Israeli War Cabinet publicly mentioned the option of dropping a nuclear bomb over Gaza. Despite international pressure, Israel has declined to sign the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, citing national security interests. The presence of nuclear weapons serves as a powerful deterrent against potential military aggression from Iran. International consequences. Iran and Israel understand the serious consequences of going to war, not just for themselves, but also for the wider region and the world. A conflict between them could lead to a bigger regional war, involving other countries and causing instability across the Middle East. Gulf leaders are carefully trying to keep tensions low with Iran, while also preventing any conflict with Israel. If a war did break out between Israel and Iran, it would put the Gulf states at significant risk, both physically and in terms of reputation. This would likely hurt efforts to make the region safe and prosperous for its people and investors, especially with big economic projects in focus. Proxy warfare. Instead of engaging in direct conflict, Iran and Israel have often pursued their interests through proxy warfare. They support opposing factions in conflicts across the region, such as Hezbollah in Lebanon and various groups in Syria. This allows them to assert influence without directly confronting each other. The strategy of indirect war waged by Iran through its proxies includes the patient, steady construction of a political and military power base among radical communities, while uniting them under the banner of resistance against Israel, the West, and other regimes in the area. In general, Iran links up with an authentic local movement and supports it for long periods based on certain common interests. Extensive funding, military training, and advanced equipment and arms, as well as religious, ideological, and military instruction and guidance, have gradually created considerable political and military power bases across the Middle East and on Israel's borders. Geographical distance. Geographically, Israel does not have a common border with Iran, and on the other hand, unlike America, which has numerous military bases around Iran's borders, Israel does not have any bases on the border with Iran. This is a big problem for Israel in case of a ground attack on Iran, because it cannot easily bring its soldiers and tanks close to Iran's borders, and this challenge will definitely make Israel hesitate to attack Iran directly. Domestic stability. Getting backing from most of a nation's people is key for any government. Citizens' approval is like a shield for leaders. In Iran, there's been a growing gap between the government and the folks lately. The government's really worried about this, especially after squashing recent protests. They're scared that any big disagreement could spark chaos, maybe even civil war, shaking up their power. That's why Iran's holding back from going head-to-head, say with Israel. They're dealing with enough already, trying to handle both inside and outside challenges. Jumping into a military showdown could mean lots of casualties, wrecked economies, and angry citizens, and nobody wants that. Overall, while tensions between Iran and Israel remain high due to ideological differences, conflicting interests, and regional power struggles, the deterrence and risks associated with direct military confrontation have thus far prevented an all-out war between the two nations. Diplomatic channels, international mediation, and deterrence strategies continue to play crucial roles in managing their adversarial relationship.